What if I told you that the man a woman cannot stop thinking about, the one whose name slips from her lips at 2 in the morning, the one who lives rent-free in the softest corners of her mind, is almost never the most handsome man in the room. He is not the tallest. He is not the most successful. He is something far rarer than all of that. And today I am going to tell you exactly what he is. Welcome, and I am so glad you are here. Because what you are about to learn changed everything for the men who truly understood it. This is not about tricks. This is not about games. This is about something so quietly powerful, so deeply woven into the emotional fabric of a woman's heart, that once you see it, you cannot unsee it. I am going to walk you through the specific things this man does that make a woman feel something she has never quite been able to explain. Stay with me until the very end, because the most important insight I have saved for last, and it might be the one that changes everything for you. So let us begin at the beginning, not with what he looks like, but with how he made her feel seen. Sign number 1, he made her feel like the only person in the room. Picture this. She is at a gathering, surrounded by noise and laughter and the usual social hum. And then he walks over. He does not scan the room while she talks. He does not glance at his phone. He simply looks at her fully, completely, without distraction. And something inside her shifts. This is called the gift of undivided presence. And let me tell you, in a world where everyone is half somewhere else, a man who is fully here is breathtaking to a woman. It is not just flattering, it is deeply emotionally nourishing. The psychology behind this is simple and profound. When a woman feels truly seen, her nervous system relaxes. She associates that feeling of safety with him. And safety for a woman is not boring. Safety is the foundation of deep, lasting attraction. Let that sink in. Presence is not passive. It is one of the most powerful things you can offer. Sign number 2, he remembered the small things she mentioned once, just in passing, that she was nervous about a conversation she had to have with her sister. 3 days later, he asked quietly, gently, "How did that go with your sister?" She stopped. She blinked. And something warm and unexpected moved through her chest. Women remember being remembered. This is not about grand romantic gestures. This is about the tiny details: the name of her childhood pet she mentioned once, the way she takes her coffee, the book she said she wanted to read someday. When a man holds those details carefully, she feels that she matters, that she is not just someone passing through his life, but someone worth paying attention to. The psychology here is about emotional attunement, the ability to tune into another person's inner world and reflect it back to them. That attunement is intoxicating. It is rare, and it is unforgettable. Pause for a moment and think about this. When was the last time someone remembered something small that you said? How did that feel? Sign number 3, he spoke to her mind, not just her heart. She was smart. She knew it. But not everyone made her feel that way. He did. He asked her opinion and then actually listened to her answer. He engaged with her ideas, pushed back thoughtfully when he disagreed, and made her feel like her perspective genuinely added something to his world. A woman who feels intellectually respected by a man becomes deeply, quietly devoted to him. There is a reason. And she replays their conversations. Not just because they were fun, but because they made her feel alive in her mind. When a man engages a woman's intellect, he is doing something extraordinarily intimate. He is saying, without words, "I value who you are beneath all of this." That message does not fade, it echoes. The takeaway is this: stimulate her mind, and you will live in it long after the conversation ends. Sign number 4, he held space without trying to fix her. One evening, she was overwhelmed, tired in a way that was hard to explain. And she told him. She did not ask for solutions. She just needed to be heard. And he did something that most men never do. He did not try to fix it. He did not offer a list of suggestions. He simply said, "That sounds really hard. I am here." And then he stayed there, present, quiet, warm. This is one of the deepest forms of emotional intelligence a man can show. Women do not always want problems solved. Sometimes they want to feel that their experience is valid, that their emotions are not too much, that someone is willing to sit with them in the difficult feeling without rushing them out of it. When a man can do this, when he can hold pace without flinching, a woman feels something profound. She feels safe enough to be her whole self. And that, my friend, is where real intimacy is born. She will not forget the man who made her feel like her emotions were a gift, not a burden. Sign number 5, he had a life she was invited into, not one that revolved around her. He had passions. He had friends. He had quiet rituals on Sunday mornings that were entirely his own. He was not waiting for her to complete him, he was already whole. And somehow, that made her want to be near him more than anything else. This is the beautiful paradox of emotional attraction. A man who has his own inner world is endlessly interesting to a woman. When he shares glimpses of that world with her, a book he loves, a place that matters to him, a dream he has held quietly for years, she feels honored. She feels chosen. The psychology here is rooted in autonomy and self-worth. A man who is secure in himself does not need her validation to feel good. And that quiet confidence is magnetic in a way that neediness never can be. The man who has a full life becomes someone she wants to step into, not someone she feels responsible for holding together. Ether. Sign number 6, he was honest even when it was tender. He did not just tell her what she wanted to hear. He was kind, yes, always kind, but he was also honest. When she asked for his real opinion, he gave it, gently but genuinely. When something bothered him, he named it softly instead of letting it simmer into distance. He showed her that she could trust his words because they were always true. In a world full of people performing their best version, a man who is real is extraordinary. Emotional honesty, the willingness to be vulnerable and genuine, creates a bond that surface-level charm simply cannot. She trusted him. And trust for a woman is not just emotional. It is physical. It is cellular. It settles into her body as a feeling of deep, quiet peace. She will always return to the man whose words she could believe. Here's what I really want you to know. Beneath every woman's composed exterior is a heart that is waiting not for perfection, but for recognition. She wants to feel that someone sees the real her and finds her worthy of care. The man she cannot stop thinking about is the man who gave her that feeling, even if just once, even if just briefly. He did not do anything impossible. He simply paid attention. He chose to be present, honest, and warm. And that is the most romantic thing in the world. The man who lives permanently in a woman's heart is not the man who impressed her, he is the man who understood her. That is the whole secret, held inside everything we talked about today. If even one of these insights resonated with you, I would love to know which one. Drop it in the comments below, because your thoughts genuinely matter here. If this video added something to your life, please give it a like and subscribe so we can keep having these conversations together. And carry this with you as you go. The most unforgettable thing you can ever be to anyone is someone who made them feel truly, completely seen.